Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Skill RPA. In previous sessions, what we covered is like we covered with requirement gathering, and then we started with the process design document. And in this video, we have seen like how we are going to create as is flow, and then we started with the to be flow. And in this video, we covered with process how we are going to create a to be flow, and then we started preparing the PDD document. And once the document is prepared, once the document is prepared, so we captured the detailed steps, and then we went for the effort estimation, like how we are going to give the effort estimation and timelines. And in this session, what we are going to do is like how we are going to do the solution design, and what are the considerations we need to take while we are designing the solution design, and all the documents related to our process design document, our process and effort estimation sheets are available here in this drive, and which is where you have the link in the description. And now let us discuss about like what we need to consider while we are defining the template solution design. So here if we see like we need to log into open this application, and we need to capture each PO numbers, and then we need to add all these PO numbers to our orchestrator queue. And once it was added, for each PO number we need to search in this application, and then get the details of order total, ship date and state. And based on the state, we need to get the agent name from this mapping, and then we need to input the data and select the details, and we need to click on submit. So this is our flow. So here the dispatcher and performer, like whenever we are dealing with any process, right, like there will be two kinds of processes under a single um, under single project. One is dispatcher, and performer. So the dispatcher is to add the data to queues, and performer is to take data from queues and perform our business process. So we are going to implement our performer by taking the data from queues. So now we got the clarity what is dispatcher and what is performer. And in dispatcher, what we are going to do is we are going to take all these PO numbers and we will add the data to the queues. And in the performer, what we will do is like we will fetch the details from queue, and we will search the PO number from here, search the PO number here, and we'll capture order total, ship date and state. So the process performer, we need a loop and we need to iterate. So how we are planning for our project is our dispatcher will be a single our dispatcher will be a single flow sequence, and our performer will be built on RE framework. So once we splitted our process to dispatcher and performer. Then we need to define our framework, how we are going to implement. So we are going to implement with the help of RE framework for performer, and for dispatcher it will be a single sequence file. And how we are planning here is like we are going to invoke the dispatcher in the performer itself. Like we'll be having only one process developed, but it will have a, both dispatcher and performer as well. And now what we need to do, we need to define our, we need to identify what assets we require. First we will identify the assets, and then we will identify what are workflows we need to create. Once we identified the assets, we identified the workflows, and then we will define our integration, like which workflow needs to be invoked in which part of our RE framework. So let us go to not this one. Yeah, flow maker. Create a new diagram. So we will be writing solution flow. And create. Let me put that in the downloads. So we'll be starting. This will be start. And we need 4 states because our RE framework will have 4 different states. So let me take 4 tabs here, and this is init. Get transaction data. And process. This is process transaction. So this will be our flow, and in the init, what we are going to do. First, we will be reading all the assets. Once the flow is triggered, so let me take up this, minimize. Read assets, and then in the so everything of this read assets and all these will come under. Let me do one thing. Let me take one more box and me send back. Put it here. Send back. Reading assets and dispatcher. What this dispatcher will do, it will come. Let me do in this way. Open supply chain management tool. Okay. Let me write something here. Let me do one thing. Copy paste. First run. Extract PO number. Send add data to queue. And these are just for look and feel I'm doing. Let me minimize this as well. This as well. Let me take this up a bit more. So next, what I need to do is open and log in to procurement anywhere application. Extend this. Okay, so this will be my init. Let me drag it bit down. Yeah, this will be here in this. Here we will be close procurement anywhere and supply chain management applications. The get transaction data state. What we are going to do is we are going to get PO number from queues. Queue. Let me extend this. Here we need to check whether we have any PO available or not. So let me put a decision box here. Let me do one thing. Let me just take it out. Extend this bit more. New P1 number. Just let me do one thing. Extend it. It left as well. I need to take it from here to here. This is S. In case if it is no, then it will go out. Let me do one thing. Move it up. If it is no. Done. So here we need to check in case if it is successful or not. So let me put in if condition here in it successful. Bring it to here. Here we just need to attach in this way. Okay. In case if it is S, it will come here. We are just creating a flow chart. How our flow should be. In case if it is no. And in the process transaction, there are two possibilities. One is business rule and other is system exceptions. So if it is a business rule exception, it will go here. But we don't have any business rule exceptions for now. I think we have two. P1 number is not found, or in case if agent is not available. And in case of let me add it here. Let me add it here. Let me bring it this here. So I'll say this system exception. So till here, this is our basic framework, RE framework, how it actually looks. Let me attach this. Okay. And we just, in case if you want, like you can just attach one after the other, these steps are. And now here our actual process will start. So take it up. Search PO number in procurement anywhere application. And what we need to do is PO found. If it is true, then extract ship date, order total, state. State is found in mapping, agent mapping. If it is S, then get agent name. Enter details in supply chain management in supply chain management in sorry app. So let us tie this up. So let me add a small box here. Business exception. In case if it is no. Here in case it is no. In case if it is successful, then we are going to this is for successful. And let me put a small box here. Successful. Just need to put this here. So this will be going from here. And here it will go from here. Bring forward. Yeah. So this is our actual flow. How our solution looks like. I think we covered everything. Yeah, we missed out one thing, which we are going to add it here. Click on submit button because here we don't have the submit for each transaction. If we have each submit button for each transaction, then we will be putting that here. But as we don't have, so we are keeping it in the end process. Okay, and this is done. So in the next video, we are going to see how we are going to prepare our SDD, solution design document. So what I have done is like we just prepared a solution flow, how our solution looks like. And in the next section, we will be going with how we are going to prepare our solution design document and how we are going to identify what are the flows we need to develop and how we are going to identify that. Uh, Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to uh, Skill RPA YouTube channel.